Hi guys, today I'm gonna talk about why Rolex is so popular and why is the price in the secondary market um, so high. And today I'm bringing also the brands watch. One is the Bell&ross and one is a Cartier Santos. So of these three, if you have been talking in value, I would say that these two Rolex, the Submariner and the GMT Master, wins both of these in terms of holding its value. So there are few reasons that why Rolex is so famous and why does it not only holds its value but it increases value over the time compared with these two. So first thing first, it's advertisement. Yeah, so for Cartier and Bell&ross, they did do some advertisement, but the advertising skill of Rolex is so good that they tied up with sports event and then sponsor become their official timekeeper, and then giving all those players example like tennis, like a F1, Formula F1, and then the sailing, and of course the many other events, their official partnership. So it makes that the exposure of Rolex to the public is so high compared to Bell&ross and Cartier this brand. Of course, I'm not saying that their watch is bad, but the exposure is more is higher in the Rolex. So after you know them, right, and then you want to buy it from the store, today you walk into these three brand, the retail shop of these three brands. If you go into the Cartier shop, you'll be able to buy this and maybe some discount, but you will definitely be able to buy this. If it is really out of stock, then by waiting for a while, then you will be able to get this. And for the Bell&ross, for this particular model, BR0392, there will be no such thing as waiting list or like long queue or no stocks. They are always having full stocks, and then even give you discount whenever you want it, okay, and they need you to buy it. Okay, so come back to the Rolex. Today you walk into any AD in the world right now, you tell them that you want a Submariner, or you tell them you want a GMT Master 2, the answer is very straightforward, it's a no. Okay, and then you ask them how do I gonna buy it, and then they will tell them again. Okay, so there are a few methods that I've been sharing in the previous video, so everyone follows the game and then it keep running like that. And then why is it so famous in the secondary market? Why is the price is doubling the Submariner or the GMT Master? So when you go into the shop, you're not able to buy it, but actually there is stocks every shipment. And then so where's all these sport watches, they are being handed over to the gray market, the reseller, the people that get this at retail price and then sell it double or triple to the secondary market, since they don't get to buy it. And then with doing this, after so many years, the vintage watch that worth a few hundred to thousand years back are also very, very valuable, especially those with special dials, special edition, and of course there are full sets, and if they are in good condition, they can really sell at very high price. So with all those secondary old watches and new watches are being push up the price in secondary market, so Rolex become a very how would I say, there's a lot of supply and demand in the Rolex market. So if today you buy a Rolex years back and then you want to sell today you can sell to any people in the world and they will recognize Rolex. But if today you were to sell them these two watch, okay, they will tell you that why not they just buy a new one at the shop and get a discount rather than buying this cheaper, buy cheaper a bit slightly. So there's no point of buying this watch. But actually these three brands, they are doing the same thing. This watch tells time, and then they are really doing the same function, you know, the three needle doing the same thing. But why that of these are so far apart in terms of secondary value? So it comes to the next point, where it is the number of players in the market. You know, if you talk to a lot of people, they will know Rolex, they will know what is it about, what is Pepsi, what is Submariner. But if today you tell them about Bell&ross, this 03B 0392, not everyone will know it, or this Cartier Santos, especially the younger generation. Not all of them knows the Cartier Santos, but they will definitely know the GMT Master 2 Pepsi and the Submariner. And they can even tell you what's the new movement and everything, because all of this is because of advertisement and then supply and demand, and of course the price of the secondary market. So it makes that everyone's one of this, so that, you know, they can accomplish their dream or the target or anything. So, and then we'll continue the next point, which is the design. So if you look at Rolex design for more than 100 years or 300 years, you can see that their design are quite similar to the first edition, other than just upgrading some of the designs, some slight changes, you know, make it bigger, smaller, make it wider, narrower, thicker, thinner, longer, shorter, and you know, they look the same even after so many years, and for more years to come they will still maintain all this iconic design, so people will not forget it. It's something like the Apple iPhone, you know, they are having few years of the same design, rather than like Samsung, Huawei, where they change their design every year to have a new look. So maybe that's why Rolex are so successful, and then why their secondary market are so expensive, and it will be keep going on, especially on the steel model. So last but not least, the Rolex are using a sales method called, I think it's called hungry marketing. You know, that their watch is they don't sell it to the public, and then they need you to get hungrier and hungrier, and everyone's want to fight for the watch. This kind of marketing, rather than these two where you just go into the shop and you can get it anytime. So by doing this hungry marketing or hunger marketing, people starts to fight for the GMT Master and the Submariner for all these years. In the past 10 years, it was been the trend, and if they keeps on using this hungry marketing plan, I'm sure that these watches, these sports watches, will continue to get up in the secondary price. And then even now the Datejust 41 steel model is also hard to get. So all of this contributes to the secondary price, and I think that if the design, the marketing method, the advertising, the grey market all still doing great in the future, then all of these sports watches will just create another new high in their secondary market. So if you think that the current price is expensive, you will see more expensive price in the future, where all the historical data will already prove it. So if today you want to have a sports model, you can refer to the previous video on how to get it, or you just buy it at secondary market, and then eventually in a few years time, where it gets discontinued or with a new model or something Rolex did changes to the watch, then your watch will be very high value, and then at the same time you will be able to enjoy it. Yeah, so today I'm gonna end here. Okay, so let me know what's your thoughts about why the Rolex secondary price is so high. It is few times of the watch, and even vintage watches are so high in value. So if you like my videos, please like and subscribe my channel, and we'll see you again. Bye.